ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We bout that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play action. It's Darnold. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On the move to his left. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the interception, here's Darnold. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the air. 54, come on, 53.
Off of play action, Darnold. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Jones. A dump off to Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Timeout call. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 3rd and 2, Jones escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Darnold from the red zone now. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Steps away. Looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down, safe back around the 18-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give, right side. Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 5 now. Darnold. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. And the Packers add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
Fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone to do that? Did someone double dog dare him?
I was going to ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the run, now Darnold to throw. Powering forward. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, he'll take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos now to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down and 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Darnold now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Levante David coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau, and their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
On first down, Darnold. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Darnold.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that's complete to Adams. And he will have the Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Again to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones. Flushed out right.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Off the play fake. Jones out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A 1st down throw, Darnold.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With the emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll run forward with Pollard, and this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. That's caught by Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the points that they did.
mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.